historic first ever sports tech startup conclave in India here in the national capital of New Delhi has come to a glittering and memorable close. And now I'm joined by one of the key members of the think tank behind this endeavor, behind this conclave, Mr. Ramesh Kumar. He's the CEO of IIT Madras, CESSA. Ramesh, I know it's been a busy couple of days for you, so thank you very much for making time for this chat. First things first, talk us through the origin story, the inception of this association between IIT Madras and Outlook Business.
Right. So Anisha, as you're aware, IIT Madras CESSA started 4 years back. As part of it, one of the objectives of the center was to incubate 300 sports tech startups by 2036. So when we started off, actually we thought, what can be the process for identifying these startups? So we the basic origin was start a kind of a hook to startups to send their submissions and then shortlist them and then look at on what basis you identify and shortlist them for funding. But then as we configured this entire idea, we thought there is probably a larger opportunity even to educate the broader ecosystem about the opportunities in that space. Then we thought, why not create a leg in this entire conclave of educating people in that space, get in our professors, our domain experts to explain about the emerging technologies in sports tech. Why not get investors? Why not get trade partners? Why not also get sports manufacturers, try and understand the issues? So our objective with this conclave was get all of these players under one roof. For the first time it is happening in this country, which started off, as I said, with the objective of wanting to identify 10 startups that we can fund. But as I said, it ended up being a conclave which achieved a much bigger objective. And thanks to Outlook, with whom we partnered, who really did a great job in terms of organizing this conclave in Delhi and in terms of getting the large participation and support across from various industry bodies as well as groups.
Such a memorable and historic synergy we've seen come about between sports tech members and members from the academia here under one roof, as you said, at the India Habitat Center in New Delhi. What have been your key takeaways? It could be something from the panel discussions, the sessions, or one-on-one conversations that you may have had with all of these participants.
Right. So one of the things that's clearly emerged, Anisha, is, everyone talks about sports tech industry still in its infancy. But we were surprised with the pockets of work that is happening, especially in a very unorganized sense with some of the smaller players. So the sense that we got was there is a huge appetite in terms of wanting to do, but clearly there was lack of collaboration between various players in each of the spaces. So let's take this category of application development to enhance sporting performance of athletes, or let's take the case of applications to enhance fan engagement and media platform. In each of those, we found at least there were 20 or 30 players in the smaller category, 15 or 20 people in an ideation stage, and probably mature players ranging from anywhere from 4 to 5. So our objective clearly to up the game in terms of getting people at the lower tier, higher up in the middle path. And how can we even ensure collaboration, ensure that we bring in our knowledge base in computer vision, in artificial intelligence, in the work that we do on sensors, machine learning, and ensure that we really collaborate and up the game of the industry as a whole. And the good thing again was we got really participation even from the government side. So clearly we are hoping to ensure a top-down effect, and we are partnered with PwC for this conclave. So the end objective, unlike any other conclave, is it's, as we said, the conclave ends, but our work begins now. We are going to come up with a comprehensive industry report in terms of creating a complete database and a directory for this industry, really shortlisting what are the real pain points for the industry, and in a structured approach, getting in front of the policymakers, and also creating a collaborative framework to ensure that this could be an ongoing exercise.
Excellent. As we sign off from this event, Ramesh, what would your message to both the industries be, both to members of the academia who are watching this, who've kept track of this event, a first of its kind event here in India, and also to the sports tech industry here in India and globally regarding this conclave and how this partnership may pan out leading up to the 2036 Olympics, which is something that India will be bidding for from the information we have, and how do you intend to spread the word out to the larger demographic?
Right. So as I said, our objective at a first level is to incubate 300 sports tech startups, but that's more at a sports tech startup level. But in terms of, even if you want to draw into a medal level, we are holding ourselves accountable in terms of supporting the government in terms of achieving the best ever sporting excellence for the 2036 Olympics. We know there are 3 categories of new sports that are being included. We would want to see in what way we can support with clear work that we can do from a science and technology point of view. And also in terms of, as I said, the industry is still so small in India. The message that we want to give out to industry players as well as academies is clearly let's all collaborate. With CESSA being an umbrella body that can bring all of them together, there's enough and more piece of work for everyone in the ecosystem, and we can all creatively collaborate. And I don't see anything as anyone eating into each other's pie. There's enough and more scope for work. In fact, I would say more than the piece of work in India, which is only growing to grow, India can emerge as the hub for global work for sports analytics, sports product development, and all of which are only at what we are seeing is the tip of the iceberg.
The journey of 1,000 miles, they say, begins with a single step. And the foremost step in this collaboration between the sports tech industry in India and academia, between Outlook Business and IIT Madras, has been taken, and a lot of dreams have been birthed here at the Indian Habitat Center in New Delhi. Signing off from the first ever Sports Tech Startup Conclave in New Delhi. See you again soon.